I have done this in the past, but I know I've got quite a few. Sorry, Rasha, what are you doing? New subscribers. It's another day here at the nurseries, and I'm on a day off. Well, I'm on a second consecutive day off. So I was off yesterday, and I did end up working for a couple of hours doing some bits and bobs that needed to be done, but not real hardcore work, just some bits and bobs to give Mark a lift. And this morning I have had a big, enormous lie-in, which was, wow, I mean, a proper hardcore lie-in. Very peaceful and well needed. John Loftus, John, a couple of days ago, bet you thought I was going to forget, didn't you? A couple of days ago, John, you sent over a super thanks. So I want to give you a great big thank you for sending that over. A couple of other things. On the video I did with Sandra, a few of you spotted the blackbird. So again, going back a few videos ago, there's a blackbird nesting up in the shed somewhere. And obviously I'm recording it, and well done everybody for observing the blackbird. So yeah, so as you saw, there is a blackbird in that shed. Where the nest is, I have got no idea. And we put up that video about our potential future plans, and we got a lot of comments on that, into the hundreds. And absolutely thank you so much everybody for encouragement. It was absolutely fantastic to read all those comments and interesting stories that some people have done exactly what we're thinking about doing. You know, the hard thing is I say, sort of, and so am I, but obviously we're hundreds of miles apart. So even if we end up now immediately putting the house up for sale back at home, it's going to be incredibly hard to clear all the content of the house and try and declutter and box everything up. So I'm not sure how we're going to do it. But a couple of weeks ago, when we were initially talking about this, a house came up for sale. That's one of them, you know, when you're on the internet and you're just searching. And anyway, it came and it went. Anyway, it come up on a search yesterday, and I'm going to go and have a look at it later. It needs a lot of work doing on it, and it's a lot bigger than we thought we would be looking for. But I'll show you something and some possible ideas. We won't buy it. Unless somebody's got a couple of $100,000 that they could buy the house for us until we move house and all the rest of it. It might take several months to pay it back. But obviously we haven't got the money. We're not cash buyers. But I am going to go and try and have a look at this property. I did get out yesterday and do a food shop. My car's still running in limp mode quite often. That's booked into the garage tomorrow. So all being well, that's going to be in the garage for a couple of days. So I'm going to go over to have a look at this property, and I need to get some petrol today for the mowers, just in case my car's off the road for more than a couple of days. And I'm walking Rasha, and I'm just going to go and get myself a second cup of coffee, I think. A bit of a bouncy Rash. Hey, have a little walkie. There you go, have a little treat. You good girl. You're a good girl. Right, so I'm going to nip out into the car, and I've got a review coming up shortly for this little unit here from Car Pure, which I won't go into detail, but I'm going to do a full review on that little thing. I need to go and find what I called the flower house. So I'm starting this a little bit the opposite way around. I'm at the back of this house that we've seen. There's where I'm stood. Again, I'm not going to film exactly where I am, but basically I'm in a park. So there's a fence here with a gate, so it's straight into a park, and then across the road from the park is the seafront. So it's literally one minute into the park and 5 minutes and you're on the seafront. This is a 5-bedroom property. It's currently up for £200,000, and when we were looking originally with Sandra, we were looking at something a little bit more rural than somewhere near a town. This is very close to a town as well, very close, very close. As you know, Sandra's a very keen gardener, so we wanted something where we put a greenhouse and things like that, and obviously we wanted something with Barbara to be able to accommodate her. So this is 5 bedrooms, and it's got, I think, 3 reception rooms downstairs, and most importantly downstairs there's a wet room, a shower, wet room and toilet. So we could easily convert one of the downstairs rooms into a bedroom for Barbara. She's then got the shower room downstairs, and obviously there's a bath upstairs, and things like that. And this, it's got its own mini polytunnel. It's got a greenhouse. This is huge. A greenhouse here. There's a shed, another greenhouse, and another greenhouse. It's got a massive big long drive. It's huge. Inside on the photographs it needs well, not a lot doing to it. A lot of the work I can do is a DIY. It's going to probably need a new gas central heating putting in. Oh sorry, yeah, this is really important. This is connected to the sewers. There's no septic tank, and it's also got gas, so it's not relying on oil heating. So it'll probably need a new boiler system putting in and central heating replacing. We put in a log burner up at the top. It has got 4 chimneys. The upstairs bathroom needs ripping out and a new bathroom putting in, and the kitchen is a bit outdated. So I can fit kitchens. I've fitted a kitchen at home. The only thing I obviously can't do is connect up the appliances, and I can't do a worktop scribe. So I need to get a joiner in to do a scribe for me. But yeah, this just ticks every single box on what we were looking for. And let's say with the drive, there's we can bring our caravan down here. There's off-road parking for, you could probably get four cars on here. Well, what we'll do, we're going to have a look round the front in a moment. But yeah, look at this gate, park. I'm just looking at some of the windows are PVC. There are some of the back which are wooden windows, so it's going to need some money spending on replacement windows. And there's a back door that's rotten as well in one of the utility rooms. The shed's, it looks all right, but DIY project. It's even got its own little tree, and then on the adjoining property next to it there's a wishing well. Obviously on the neighbouring line. Right, so front of the property, it's huge. It just needs some love, to be honest. Now, obviously somebody's selling garden stuff here, but it's got this massive long drive down here. That's where the greenhouses are and things. So as I say, we weren't initially looking at anywhere near a town. Obviously it's on quite a busy road, but it has got off-street parking, as I say, as well as its own drive. But location-wise, the shops, main town, restaurants, bars, everything is within a really easy walk. Should we ever need to find work, there's supermarkets and Lidl's and places like that all within a walking distance from here, to get jobs if we needed it. And yeah, unbelievable. 200 grand. The property like this back at home in Hale would be absolutely at least £750,000, £750,000. Yeah, absolutely unreal. Right, jerry cans in the back of the car, just going to fill up with petrol for the mowers. And currently, you possibly can't see too well, petrol price 139.9, and diesel is 137.9. Yeah, how good is that? So I'm filling these cans up because I say my car's into the garage tomorrow. Fingers crossed it's going to be out the garage in 2 days. But if I get waylaid, at least I can carry on mowing, because all the mowers are full of petrol. We just need to fill the jerry cans up. Right, let me crack on and do that. Just now, something me and Sandra didn't mention the other day as well. When I was working for Haven Holidays just over a year ago, one of the reasons, there's a number of reasons why I went working there, but one of the reasons was it was only an hour away from home, Manchester. So Sandra wanted to come and see me. It's just a 1 hour trip. So that's also why we're this whole relocation malarkey is, if we come to Lincolnshire going forward, if ever something happened to my job here or whatever, I would always now stay working in the local area. Yeah, we forgot to mention that. Right, little Rasha. How are you, Rash? Right, Rash is on my knee. I have done this in the past, but I know I've got quite a few. Sorry, Rasha, what are you doing? New subscribers who obviously have seen Rasha on, yeah, Rasha, various videos and things. Rasha, yeah, Rash, come, here you go. Rasha's a Romanian rescue dog, and yeah, Rash, what are you doing? And she's getting to be a bit of an old lady. She's coming up to, well, she's about 11 and a half, 12, something like that. And obviously she's been part of our lives for a long time, and she historically used to be Sandra's dog. I used to have another dog called Sky, and when I started doing the wardening and things, unfortunately Sky, my other dog, we had to get him put to sleep. He was a great old boy, and so Rasha's become the campsite warden dog. So yeah, but she's actually a Romanian rescue, and she spends so much of her time nowadays physically just in the car. Even though you can see the doors open, awnings open, and you just saw her a minute ago running back inside, she spends so much time just lying on the bed sleeping. And yeah, she's getting to be a bit of an old girl now, but still active, as you see. And because she's got quite tiny legs, I purposely don't overwalk her anymore. I'm not too sure, this has got a little bit of arthritis in her back left leg. It sometimes goes a little bit stiff, but if you look at her, she's sort of got the body of a border collie, but the legs of a corgi. She's quite a Heinz 57, as they say. But yeah, she's a bit of a character, and as I say, she's absolutely food obsessed and spends so much time just physically lying on the bed. Oh, left the cupboard open. Lying on the bed and sleeping, because she's an old girl, aren't you, Rash? Hey, good girl. Alright, so a bit of again, a non-campsite warden vlog. This more of a let's look at our house vlog, wasn't it? So Rasha's actually out in the garden, aren't you, Rash? What are you doing? Hey, and I'm just going to put something into the oven for my tea. Look at the size of this thing. Absolutely huge, big rack of ribs. So I've got that. I'm going to put it into the oven, and I'm having some chips with it. Yeah, I am partial to some ribs and chicken wings. You can't beat it. Right, I'm going to get some tea going, things like that. Only a short weirdy vlog and everything, but as ever, thanks ever so much for watching, and take care.